Well, I caught up with the director of the Richmond Vale Academy, and she's going to tell me her name for the sake of my viewers and explain to me more about this whole project that we are here on today.
So my name is Trina Wendelbow, and I came to Richmond Vale Academy to work like 1.5 years ago. I have been following Richmond Vale for many years, and I also have been part of the board for many years. So I know very well the work that Richmond Vale have done here in St. Vincent, and also all the support that we have got from people both in our local communities and around the island. So I'll start to say thank you so much for all the support that we are getting from all of you here from St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
What is your experience like since you came?
So I came to live here like 1.5 years ago, and first I want to say I just love to be here. St. Vincent is the most beautiful place I've been in the world, and I've been traveling a lot. And I'm not only talking about the beauty of the nature, because that is magnificent, but I'm talking about this always friendly, welcoming, warm heart and spirit that I feel from people everywhere I go. So this is like, I just love St. Vincent, and I love the culture and how embracing and open that I find this everybody here.
Right, very good. Thank you very much, guys. As you see, we're looking at the sufferer table. I mean, the sufferer rock right across there. So, what are some of the things that people do here?
So here at Richmond Vale Academy, what we do is that we train people to become activists in different ways. So for us, what it means is that we find each other and work together for making a better circumstances and better communities and better living conditions for people. And we believe in teaming up and working together, and that is our foundation. So we have programs where people can come and train and go and work in countries in Africa. We are sending people to Malawi and Zambia and Mozambique.
Okay.
And we also have teams here who work with people and communities in St. Vincent. For example, we work with what we call the Home Guard movement. So we help people to establish ecological gardens to grow their own vegetables and their own fruit in ecological ways. So that is some of what we do. We also do a lot with food, because we believe that growing food in organic ways, ecologically, without spraying, it's possible. We know that. People have done that for hundreds of years before the agriculture became much more industrialized.
Okay.
So we want to get back to that way of growing, so we can feed ourselves with good and healthy food.
Okay.
So that is some of what we do also.
How were you affected by the volcano, the La Soufrière, when it was erupted?
Yeah, as you can see, is that we are just here at the foothill of the volcano. So we were, the whole place closed down, and we had like 3, 4, 5 feet of ashes everywhere, maybe 4, and our roofs, we had a lot of damage on our roofs, our terraces and stuff. They just broke down. Our whole farm, we had a very thriving farm at that time. It has just completely broken down, all the fences and the structures and everything. So we are starting now. So what we did was that when we were allowed to come back, we just started first to clean up, get all the ashes out from around the houses, clean up in the rooms and in the building, and then after that we could start to get people in again. We could start to recover, building, repair our terraces, getting people in so we could start our programs again, and then we just step by step is getting back on how it was before. And we are still, the place is now looking good again, and we can live in the buildings, and we are still working on getting the farm up and running as we want it.
Okay, well, thank you very much for sharing these wonderful words with me. I really enjoy what I'm seeing here. You know, as my very first experience today. And I must commend you guys on the wonderful job that you guys have been doing, not only for this community, but also for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So, I mean, live in your home. I understand this organization is more or less like a Peace Corps, right?
Yeah, it's similar
You
to
know,
Peace
you
Corps, yeah.
volunteer, you leave your home, your family, and you know, but the beauty about it is that you're waking up to the beauty of St. Vincent and
That's
the
what we
Grenadines,
do.
you know.
That's what we do.
So it takes away, you know, all of, you know, what should be more or less bothering you, like leaving your family, etc., etc. So I am happy for that.
And I mean, for myself now, I will put my roots here because I just love it, and I hope to stay here for really many years. And for many of the volunteers who come, they come here for a shorter period of time, and then they go home. And we hope also they take something with them home from here that they can keep carrying on in their home countries. We have both participants who comes from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and we also have many participants who come from other countries.
All right. Thank you very much and all the best. And thanks for inviting us down here.
Always, always.
All right.
Hope to see you again.
Oh, thanks.
Yes.
So I'm here with the instructor of our group, Stina, and Stina is going to tell me more about her experience here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It's all yours. Go ahead.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so I came here in 2006 to restart the academy that hadn't been in operation for many years. So we were a team who came over here, and actually in 2006 we virtually were digging the place out of the bush, got it all cleaned up, and then we started programs where people from around the world and St. Vincent could come here and study about global warming, climate change, sustainability, poverty reductions, justice, and different cultures. So we did that for many years and lived through the floodings of 2013, the hurricane in 2010,
The volcano.
the droughts, and finally the eruption in 2021.
Wow.
And it was very difficult because you can say right before the eruption we had COVID. So we had a full center in operation. We had about 800 to 1,000 visitors here per year. Plus we had a lot of students, we had a lot of tourists, you know. So when COVID came now, we had to stop the school, had to stop all activities and send all the students home. And finally after COVID, we managed to get back up in November 2020.
Wow.
And December 2020, the eruption started effusively. So again, we had to send everybody home. It was-
Wow.
yeah. So then we were just a few people here until the eruption. And then we evacuated like everybody else. And then we stayed in Bukaman for 5 months. After about 1 month, we could start to come back and start the cleanup work.
All right.
And just to remove the ashes was like a year.
Because I see you were sharing an experience where when you came back and
Yeah.
you were so
Yeah, it was devastating because we had built up so many models of sustainable farming and sustainable living with water harvesting, solar panels, grey water recycling system, composting system, vegetable gardens, forest gardens, animal agroforestry systems. We built that up over 15 years.
wow.
Then came the eruption and we had to leave, and then when we came back, I just walked a little bit around front of the building and I came back into the assembly hall that was full of ash, and I kind of sat down, brushed away some ash, and I kind of passed out.
Right.
I just shut off.
unbelievable
Yeah.
sight. Yeah.
But you know, you can't shut off too long because you know everybody
The
else,
work
like
had to be
everybody,
done and you continue doing what you have to do.
had to go
right.
back and get things going. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I want to say thank you very much for the hard work that you guys have been doing.
Thank you.
I'm very much impressed with what I've seen here today. It's my first visit.
Okay.
You know, and I would say that you guys have been doing a wonderful
Thank
job. You know, and I mean, for the community, for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So you keep up the good work. Nice to meet you. And it was really a pleasure having you as my teacher this morning
that's
to
good.
go around and saying, you know, what you taught me here.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so you
Appreciate
guys
that.
continue the good work.
Yeah, thank you very much.
My pleasure. Here's one of our very own staff who have had the opportunity to get the experience from the Richmond Vale Academy, and he's going to share some of his experience with me here today.
Well, I'm Calvert Phillips from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I'm living in St. Vincent for over 25 years, and I was introduced to Richmond Vale in 2018. So I did the 6 months course, and it was all about climate change, home gardens, and so forth. But mostly Richmond focus on climate change, how it affects the island, the neighboring islands, and the world. And they teach us to raise awareness for people who don't know around the island and in the world, basically, because we broadcast it also. Home gardens we do for the community, for teaching them how to live sustainable, eat healthy, and so forth. So we build gardens for them, so they don't have to go to the shops or to the supermarket to buy greens and so forth, because the prices are getting so high, and it's just chemical, and it's destroying your body. So we teach them how to build. So we teach them how to eat healthy, teach them how to build organic pets, teach them how to grow organic. So organic is like no chemical, no whatsoever, just natural.
Healthy food.
Hmm?
Healthy food.
Just healthy food.
Okay.
So right now I finished my course in 2018. I was with Richmond for a long time. Until now, I've joined Richmond Vale Academy as a teacher in training because I love what I'm doing since when I came in 2018. I love what I'm doing, and I love to share what I've learned with everyone that comes to Richmond Vale Academy, and who I meet on the streets or anywhere in the world that I go. I'll always share what we do here.
Okay. What are some of your best experience?
My best experience, mostly in the gardens, actually.
Okay.
Because when you're in the gardens, like you meet new people,
Right.
new home mothers, new home garden mothers, and when you're building the gardens, they're there with you. So when you're working, all of us just have fun in the garden. So for me, that's my best part,
Okay.
to be honest, And it has more interesting things like hiking the volcano,
Okay.
going to Falls of Vale, because it's not only work every day. You do get some fun also in between and most of the time.
Okay, I mean, there's a lot of young people who don't really believe in farming and so on. What could be some of your best encouraging words to these people now that you have experienced such great, thing?
Well, the most I could tell them is, wow, it's best you start learning about it now, because as you guys see right now, time is getting harder, and prices are going up on a lot of things. So farming right now is the best choice, you can say, because you can sustain yourself at the end of the day. You don't have to depend on a salary every month. You have it right in your backyard. You don't have to buy a lot of things. You have it in your backyard. So if they don't want to do it, then it's up to them. But for me, I'll always tell them, I'll always encourage them to try and get into the farming as soon as possible and learn as much as possible also to grow organic.
Okay. Thanks for sharing your experience.
You're welcome.
Nice speaking with you, and you keep up the good work, eh?
Yeah, of course, I love what I'm doing.
All right.
Thank you, miss.
Okay, you're welcome. Yeah, guys. So you're looking at Vale River right there.